Hi class. I'm just catching up on some work I had to do at one of the many public libraries here in Tucson. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be at the lecture tonight, so I wanted to shoot this video about an article I found in the New York Times. This is the one I'm looking for. Chapter 1 of our textbook talks about how important it is to international business to have an understanding of host country cultures. In the January 8th edition of the New York Times, I found an article entitled "A Public Nap in Japan is a Sign of Diligence," written by Brian Rousseau on what is called INEMOURi. And INEMOURi is loosely translated as sleeping on duty. So most of us have a shared idea of what we here in the United States would call sleeping on duty. However, as you can gather from the title of the article, in the Japanese culture, this is seen very differently. In fact, Bridget Steger, a senior lecturer at Dowton College in Cambridge, and this was mentioned in the article, translates INEMOURi as sleeping while present. Already we're seeing a shift in the perception of taking a cat nap at work, and what implications this may have for the international business world. INEMOURi does not give people the right to just crash out at any time. In fact, there are some rules that you need to follow. There are some basic rules that go along with this practice. According to the article, the rules of INEMOURi are as follows. First, sleep compactly without violating anyone's spatial norms. Second, only use this in situations that will allow sleep. Obviously, you couldn't do this on the assembly line, but it is accepted to sleep on a train, a cafeteria, or even one of these benches on a public sidewalk. So, you're asking, what does this mean in the context of international business? Probably the best example that I can find is it could be more acceptable for an American engaging in marathon negotiations in Japan to grab a power nap in the executive lounge than to cease the negotiations altogether and retreat to the hotel. The article is titled "A Public Nap in Japan is a Sign of Diligence." It's by Brian Rousseau, and it's published in the January 8th edition of the New York Times. And after this marathon study session, I think I may get some INEMOURi as well.